Just 7 months ago, I got out of a relationship that I had been in for almost 8 years. And inside of this relationship, I had to shrink, I had to hide, I had to override myself. I had to exist inside of a bubble. And all the while, I was waiting for this person to choose me. And it took for me to one day realize that number one, I was tired of carrying the relationship. Number two, I was tired of the way it felt to play small because it just did not fit who I am. And third of all, it was time for me to choose myself because at the end of the day, there is no one else on this planet that I should concern myself with choosing me besides me. And I made a very difficult decision to get out of this relationship. And I say the decision was difficult because I really loved this person. But I did not love the way this relationship was structured. And I only got inside of it because it was both beautiful and toxic. There were aspects of this person I absolutely loved. But there were aspects of the connection that I hated. But I thought that if I just waited, if I was just patient, if I was just good enough, that one day he would realize that I was worth the wait and he would choose me. Sad to say that that was just a fairy tale. It really spoke to the version of me that I had to be in order to survive inside of a connection like this. I was someone at that time that did not know her worth, that did not know that she was so much better than that she did not have to get inside of a connection that required her to rehabilitate the man. I should not have to coach you into the type of man that I need for you to be. But see, that really wasn't my problem. My issue was I had unresolved traumas that were just mirroring themselves back to me through this relationship. And so I thought that relationships meant that you had to endure, you had to survive something, you had to be this man's ride or die. I thought that that was a relationship that you stood beside your man. That's what I thought a relationship looked like. But what I found out was I needed to heal myself and I needed to be an individual. I needed to be someone who could stand on her own, who did not need a man in order for her to feel fulfilled. I did not need a man to fill my cup. We get inside of connections looking for something that we already have. The problem was I didn't recognize that. I thought I needed another person to fulfill me. And I not only just chose a person, I chose a man who was only halfway good enough for me. Then I thought I was going to just build him up and make him be the type of man I wanted him to be. Why did I think that I needed to do that? Why did I think that I needed to get inside of a connection that I needed to coach? I needed to coach me a man, build a bear, build a man. Y'all, come on. Seriously, this is my story. Now, I ain't mad at the relationship was what it was. And it taught me so much about myself and where I was in my identity at the time that I met this man. Like I said, I didn't know my worth. I didn't know that I could do better than that. And I don't know if it's that I didn't know, but I had been accustomed to witnessing these type of relationships and then mimicking the thing that I saw in my childhood. I thought that being inside of a relationship meant that I had to endure. Bottom line, I didn't know that I did not have to coach a man into his wholeness, that I had to be patient with him, that I had to be understanding of him. I didn't have to do that. But the interesting part is, I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. I was going through the motion of the relationship, but I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. I was so unconscious of what it was that I was doing. I was unconscious. I was just going through the motions. Beautiful man, but just not aligned with me, with my values. I diminished my values for this connection. Something I would have not done in the past. And actually, when I said that, that's not true. I've diminished myself in other connections too. I have diminished my values in other connections too. It doesn't always look the same, but if you take that mask off of it, you're going to see the same underlying beliefs that are running in the background. They just wear different masks. So I had to clean that up. So, where I am right now, as far as a relationship is concerned, the relationship that I'm concerned about right now is the one that I have with myself. I am more intentional about me because how in the world am I to expect another man or any other individual to treat me with any type of love and respect if I have not been that for myself? You see, I was searching for all of me in another person. Now I am bringing it back home. Now, am I discouraging a relationship? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I absolutely am looking forward to being inside of a healthy connection, a healthy one. But I got to be healthy first because I'm a big fan of Reverend Ike. And one of the things that I heard him say was, "You meet no one but you." So if you are not the version of yourself that you're for in another person, forget about it because you'll sabotage it. Even if they do show up good to you, it'll be uncomfortable. Your nervous system will tell you it's dangerous because it's not safe to be in the unfamiliar. That's what's so tricky about the nervous system. The nervous system don't care about nothing but you being safe. It don't care that you might want that healthy relationship. Baby, if you unhealthy, healthy is not familiar and therefore it is not safe. You talk about wanting a whole lot of money. But if your relationship with money has been funny, honey, and you get a lump sum of money, the nervous system going to say, hold on, this is not familiar. Therefore, it is not safe. You want that promotion. If you are not someone who is comfortable with holding that elevated position, the nervous system says, this is unfamiliar, this is unsafe. You have to give the nervous system a different experience of whatever it is that you are desiring. Because otherwise, the nervous system is going to say, it's dangerous, it's a no for me. Let me go ahead and get that thing out the way. Let me go ahead and give you the signal to run. Let me go ahead and give you the signal to lie down. Let me go ahead and give you the signal to fight that thing because it's dangerous. That's why I speak so much on the nervous system, and I will speak a lot about the nervous system because you need to regulate yourself. Rev Sahaja always talks about lessening the density on your nervous system. If you want to access higher levels in this three-dimensional reality, you absolutely have to lessen the density, lessen that nervous system response. Because I'm telling you, that fear is like a wall. It's like a wall. I mean, it literally stops you because it is designed to protect you. And what do you do when your child is about to do something dangerous? You are going to stop them. You are going to stop them from doing whatever it is that you think is dangerous, even if it's not. I watched my daughter-in-law with my grandson, and I laugh because my grandson, I can tell, he is ready to explore the planets, okay? And so they have the stairway blocked because my grandson, he likes to climb up the stairs by himself because he thinks it's safe. And maybe it is, but he's a baby, so you don't know what he might do when he get upstairs. And so they block the stairways so that he does not go up those stairs alone. But if they mess around and forget, if they leave that stairway open, he's going because he doesn't think that it's dangerous. And so that's how it's like with us. We got this thing that we want to do, and we go to do it, and then we meet this big wall of fear. And the nervous system is saying, this is unfamiliar. And you're saying, hey, it's nothing wrong with that. I want to do that thing. But your nervous system does not care about that. Your nervous system is a blind intelligence. All it cares about, are you safe? Are you safe? That's all it cares about. So what you want to do is to understand the nervous system. You want to understand your fear. You want to know why you're having that sensation. Why am I feeling like I'm about to take a step forward and I want to run back? You want to ask those questions. All right, y'all. I feel like I done went on all kind of different topics. All right, guys. This concludes my little rant that I just had in that video. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, pass it on to someone else, whatever, guys. Have a great rest of your evening, all right?